What's up? It's me, Pez Flips. And today I have a topic around improvement, and kind of a philosophy that I've really been thinking about recently. So I like to start these things off with a little story. But as you guys know, my car has broken down, and as such, I have had to bike to school. So, I work at school, so I bike to work. But, anyways, you work a full day shift, you are tired. And not to mention that I haven't really worked the muscles that are in my, like the muscles that you use to bike are different from like the ones that you use to run. But, part of exercise is this meditative process of like being okay with being uncomfortable. And it's through staying in that moment, in that discomfort, that growth is accomplished, that you improve your health, that you improve the muscles in your body, the ability for your heart to carry and pump oxygen into your muscles and such. And to translate that into flipping, I've been thinking about this phrase, and that is leaning into discomfort. So I have been pretty busy with some other stuff in life. I'm finishing up my grad school applications, and they've had questions in there, and one of them was like, what do I value? And I mentioned in that this idea. So leaning into discomfort. Because I've been busy, I haven't had a lot of time to learn as many tricks, to like learn new tricks. And, to be honest, I've been a little bit aimless in terms of what it is I want to actually learn. But the one that I have been learning is, let me show you if I can get into the finger chaplain. The first finger chaplain is this. So like from the first, and then like this, and then it's like the fan basically, a underhand fan out of a first finger chap. But I went to learn it, and I was watching a Instagram video that I had just, basically lowered the speed down and gone frame by frame, and I just spent time with it. And I really, recognized how my body felt. Your brain gets tired. Sometimes you can feel a little frustrated because it doesn't quite make sense at first. But understanding some of these other principles that I mentioned in the past about improving, about how things take time, how sometimes you just have to sleep on it, understand that it's those who stick with it, who lean into the discomfort of not knowing but still trying, those are the people who are going to succeed. Those are the people that are going to be able to learn those new tricks. And now obviously this is emblematic of larger things in life than just flipping a piece of metal. But if improvement is something of your concern, I think an important thing to be aware of and understand about your own personal body is, what does it feel like when you're trying to learn something new? What do you feel physically in your body? Does your brain get tired? Do your shoulders tense up? Are you breathing as much? These are all physical symptoms that can help you recognize when maybe you don't emotionally understand, things. Sometimes, you just get so absorbed in what you're trying to do that we often look past our thoughts. But the body kind of helps to kind of give us reminders if we're paying attention. So just being mindful of what that feels like to you when you are trying to learn something. What are the symptoms? What are the physical responses to you trying to do that? And then being okay with that. Understanding the feeling that is that discomfort and appreciating it. Understanding that is what growth demands. There is no shortcut, The reality of things is that, yes, you can look at tips and tricks. And I think that's still part of engaging in the material. But to a certain extent, the only way you're going to learn the trick is by practicing it, right? There is There is no secret sauce. That's just the truth of the world. And to exist in that discomfort, to lean into the discomfort, that is the way in which you grow. So yeah, just kind of changing that framework, that mental idea that you have around it being uncomfortable to it being productive. It's the idea that while, it might not feel great not to get something immediately, especially in a world where we exist in immediacies, everything is on demand and such. Having something that you have to work up to, that is a gift. That is a gift that we have as humans. We get to appreciate the feeling, the process of developing. And I think that's what draws a lot of people to skill-related toys, skill-related fidgets, hobbies, etc., whatever you might want to call it, is that it is the idea of slowly tracking your hours, being consistent with it, and having something demonstrable that represents the time spent, the grind, if you will. So yeah, not much more to say on this one. I'd love to hear your guys' experiences on this, what you think it is. What kind of feelings do you get when you're trying to learn something? Like, what does that discomfort feel like to you? And if you have any tips for us in the comments too. This is an open discussion. I'm just merely a beginning for that to happen, I guess. But yeah, I will say, at least in my experience thinking about it, the hardest part of learning a trick is just knowing what you actually have to do with your fingers. And then the next part, which is way easier and honestly more enjoyable, is just drilling it down. It's just trying to actually piece those steps together. I think for me, the hardest part is just actually understanding what I'm seeing, interpreting that into my own movements, and then I get the fun part, which is drilling it, practicing it, trying to learn it, and then eventually being able to implement into my combos. So yeah, let's try to do it. Let's try to do that trick. I think I might be moving too much with my thumb and not letting it just carry over. See, that was kind of it. I'll call that a win. So yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Happy Thursday. I'm ready for the weekend, so happy Friday when it comes around. But I'll catch you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.